Hi everybody, I just wanted to make a quick video to clarify some things about the persuasive presentations. You guys should all know where the instructions for the persuasive presentations are because you should have all already selected your topics and read one article about that presentation topic. So these are two other documents just to keep in mind. One is the overall instructions here. The other one is the persuasive presentation outline, which every single individual member has to complete and hand in before their presentation. Another note that this is a Turnitin link right here. So this is the plagiarism detection software. One person from each group and only one person from each group needs to upload the PowerPoint presentation to this Dropbox on Blackboard. In terms of the PowerPoint slides, each individual is responsible for coming up with their own slides and emailing them to one person who's going to upload them to this Dropbox here. There may be a case where if there's somebody who really wants to go above and beyond and they're really good at PowerPoint, says, hey, just email me your notes and I'll put it into nice looking slides. That's up to you if you want to do that, but I don't expect anybody to do that. Rather, the expectation is that each individual comes up with their own slides, emails them to one group member who's willing to put them all together, and then puts them into one PowerPoint presentation. So if they all look a little bit different, that's fine. You'll be marked on the individual slides that you create yourself. Now, in terms of these documents, I'm just going to go over the expectations quickly. This is the instructions. This meets all of the outcomes for this particular course. You've already chosen your groups. You're going to deliver about a 7 to 9 minute presentation with the accompanying slides. So you're going to split the group members into people who are going to do the introduction and people who are going to do the conclusion. Essentially, you're kind of doing the same thing in the introduction and conclusion. You're trying to grab the audience's attention. You're trying to outline what the main points are, discuss the significance of the topic and why people should care, and then also briefly discuss any counter arguments that you've encountered to show that there are multiple sides to the issue. So you either have to take part in the introduction or in the conclusion, and it's up to you guys to split how that's going to happen. Each individual member must also introduce themselves and give their own main points in 2 minutes or less. It's very important to stick to the 2 minute or less guideline because we have a lot of groups to get through, and I know that you may be very interested in the topic and have done a lot of research, but you need to condense that research into 2 minutes because we can't go over time, and if we do, I'm going to have to start to wrap you up. So practice it in front of other people, time it with a stopwatch if you can, but you need to figure out how to get your information across in 2 minutes or less. Another thing to keep in mind, each group member must find on their own at least 2 academic journal articles. If you'll remember from a previous video I posted in an announcement, we went over in the library how to use the databases to find scholarly journal articles, 2 academic journal articles. I'm expecting you to utilize those, and either a newspaper or magazine article. You also have to include with your presentation outline your sources in APA format. So reminder to look in our textbook or online with the Purdue OWL tutorial about how to create your sources properly in APA formatting. And also, as I mentioned previously, you're each responsible for coming up with your own presentation slides, making sure that you're using good visuals and a limited amount of text, and make sure that you're checking them for spelling and grammar errors. Each individual also needs to go into Blackboard and get a copy of this outline template, and you're going to hand in this outline template which says your name, which topic you were in, did you do the introduction or the conclusion, and what was your contribution to that. You're going to outline at least 3 pieces of evidence that you had for your argument. You can do more if you want. You can add another layer there if you want, but at least 3 pieces of evidence in your own words, and put an in-text citation after each piece of evidence on here, and then below this you're going to list your sources in alphabetical order in proper APA format. They can be listed here. You don't need a title page and you don't need a separate references page. It's fine to have your sources done in APA format here. I've also asked you if there was anybody who you feel did not contribute equally to the presentation to let me know. It's not fair to just show up on the day of the presentation when you haven't really made any contribution, so this is your chance to let me know about any problems that there were with the group work. So that's basically an overview of what I'm expecting for the presentation. I would encourage you all to get together outside of class time to practice the presentation. If you have any concerns at all, I will try and address them via email, so please let me know as soon as possible. Otherwise, I will say that presentations are one of my favorite parts of the semester. I really enjoy seeing the hard work that you guys have done and seeing your personalities. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of your hard work. Good luck.